All right, so let's just say you just bought a property for yourself, and maybe you're moving out of the suburbs and into the country, and you want to get chickens and horses and have a garden and all those other things that we all want. The first thing that you should do, in my opinion, is just to wait and don't do anything that's permanent. If you build any kind of infrastructure, make sure it's temporary. And the reason why is because you don't know what that land is going to look like as it goes through the seasons. Where is the snow going to collect? Where is the water going to thaw and collect in the springtime? What kind of problems are you going to have as you go through the different seasons? Which direction are your prevailing winds, and how is that going to impact how you face some of your buildings? And I'm going to give you an example here in Wisconsin of why we waited almost a year before we built any kind of permanent infrastructure. Now, in the summertime, this area here is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the grass is green. I would be real tempted to put my chicken coop right there where that little fenced-in area is that I have for my dogs. But as you can see, that's also where we get the most snow accumulation. In fact, there was about 4 feet of snow at one point. And now as we're going into spring, it's very easy to see as well. My second best spot for the coop would have been right here. But that's problematic because of the amount of water that is congregating there and turning the ice. And if you could imagine a chicken coop there with a run, it would just be a nightmare. But then over here, so this is obviously the area that thaws and gets the most sunlight and doesn't hold water or snow. So this is where I've started my coop, actually back here. And the other benefit of it is behind all these trees, it's not really visible to the street over there, and so I do like that. But that's a good reason why don't build any kind of permanent infrastructure on your property, because you don't really know what the property is going to look like in the different seasons until you've gone through them. Now we've gone through them, so I can start laying out my foundation, piers, and putting my floor together, which I just started doing. But I wanted to make this quick video for y'all, just to kind of show you what I'm working with. I'm at the hardware store getting some more lumber for the chicken coop, and I thought I would just add this little caveat to what I was saying earlier. This is just my advice. I understand that some people are like, hey, I can't wait an entire year to not have the infrastructure set up on my property. And that's fine, I get it. But point being is, try to do it as temporarily or as mobile as you can, so that way if something does happen and you need to move your livestock, you need to move your animals in the middle of winter time, it's not a problem to do it, right? So try to do things a little bit temporarily at first until you know for sure that it's going to work properly, and then set up your permanent infrastructure. That's my advice.